Okay, Aquarius, expect that this is going to be a rocky week. We're going to go into the astrology, and then I'm going to pull oracle cards and tarot cards to give you your full tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. There's always an extended, which I hope that you can join me for, or join the Unbound membership, which you can find on my under my banner on the main page of my channel, which will give you access to all the extended readings as well as exclusive content and all of the membership perks. So I hope you consider that as well. We have actually a live chat, members only live chat coming up tomorrow, so you could join us for that. Yeah, so there's a new reading every single week. It's an energy reading. So what I'll do is I'll basically paint the picture for you of the energy that's going to be impacting you this week. And then the dynamics, and give you insights into how to use this energy or just survive it. This reading comes out every single Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's over here on the West Coast. So remember to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and then ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content, and you'll also get alerted to it. I have a second YouTube channel as well. It's called Astrology Motivation. If you'd like to join me for daily tarot card readings, I'd love to have you. The astrology is quite challenging. Why? Because Uranus still sits in Taurus, which it's not extremely comfortable in. Taurus is a sign of being steadfast and complete and maintaining. And Uranus is about change and about expansion through things that aren't even seen. So there's lots of leaps of faith with Uranian energy. And Uranus is, of course, your ruling dignitary. Venus rules Taurus, whatever house she's in, and she's just dropped in. Venus is in Aries. So there is a sense of being more combative, more confident about what the Taurus energy believes, or the fight being harder and stronger. And so there's a lot of emotional challenges right now for you. The moon, almost everywhere in the chart except for 2 days this midweek when it's in Virgo, the moon is in opposition or square to Uranus, except for when it is in Virgo. So ultimately, that's something that you have to realize, is that when the moon is in Virgo, it's very worrisome. When the moon is in Virgo, it relies on routine to make itself feel stabilized. So ultimately, it's like when you're playing along with what's always been done, everything is fine. But as soon as you try to suggest any kind of changes or any kind of new dynamics, or maybe the need for change, especially when it comes to your family dynamics, because that's what the moon controls, is if you're a mother or with a mother figure in your life, or just what the family has established, if you try to discuss maybe just discussions about your expectations with somebody else, there's a lot of fucking clashes that are happening this week. And it's going to culminate all in this big opposition when the moon goes into Scorpio. When the moon goes into Scorpio, it's a full moon, and there's a lot of pent up, just like negative vibe emotions that have to be purged. Things that people have been hiding, things that we've kept to ourselves, stuff that we have tried to avoid feeling. It's all going to come out. So this could be quite an explosive or emotionally explosive week for you. So I want to really dig down into how you can handle this, or how you can handle this. Expect it to be emotional, despite the fact that you don't want to be feeling these things. You don't even want to be put into these situations, or just maybe even feeling like you're getting opposition for no reason at all. Aquarius. 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 Lots of stuff coming out in your past. We have know your worth. So establishing a sense of self and understanding about who you are and what is right for you. Basically asserting yourself that even if you like unexpected things, you are capable, you have the right to like them. Establishing your oddities, coming out and enjoying them and honoring them, loving them, and having a conviction in who you are, celebrating who you are and in what you do. And then we have Magic works through you. This is Cancerian energy. It's almost like, I feel like you felt really, really good about what was happening in your family, especially a while ago. A sense of real confidence, or that it really helped you to shine and feel really good about yourself. Something about the development of your children or your family, or you felt like family issues were going in the right direction, and that, you know, you, like, things were going to be okay. Things were really working out. Maybe they were transitioning, the dynamic was changing, or how they saw you was changing or shifting in a good way, in a nurturing way. In a Cancerian way, it's a loving way. So this is the energy of somebody like, things seemed like they had accepted you, or like they accepted you for you and who you wanted to be. And then we have make your dreams real. This is the spider web. There is definitely a sense of maybe almost something or somebody leading you into a trap. Now, if this doesn't have to do with a family, it could have to do with you at work. Maybe you felt like they were family, or like you were growing into family, or you really developing here. Make your dreams real was you actually, number one, from your perspective, you thought, oh wow, things are really working well. I thought I'm doing this really well. I'm doing really well. People like me. I'm getting a lot of momentum. I'm also feeling really inspired, so I can work really easily. The work is coming out of me really easily. But on the opposite end, there just seems to be seeing that you're actually walking toward a spider web, and as you get closer and closer, you realize maybe somebody is not necessarily on your side the way that they thought they were, the way that you thought they would. And then be loyal to what you love. This is also Cancerian energy. So we're talking about feeling loyalty, or having people have loyalty for who you are, and you got to be who you are and do what you love to do, and you got to be appreciated for that. Happy birthday, Michelle Sandygate. So this is definitely a sense of, you felt loyalty, you felt a sense of certainty or security in that somebody was loyal to you, or that your family was loyal to you, because it sits on top. This is double Cancerian energy. Or you thought people knew how dedicated you were to them. And so it might really surprise you if you start to get rebellion from inside the family or from your children, because you're like, I thought you recognized or realized how much I'm on your side. Why is this happening? Where's this dynamic coming from? Take time out. This is a mama bear energy. This is a sense of maybe needing something, time to yourself, needing to, just take space, or maybe being defensive of somebody. And this is 9 energy, so it's culminating in something. It's getting to the end of something, getting to the finish of something. So maybe it was something that you wanted to avoid. You were feeling really good about it, but you also saw a sort of a time in your life that was coming to an end. You didn't want to think about it, right? You were looking at it like what's a good example of this? It's not anything bad. It's like empty nest, right? You could see it coming. You know it's coming because you know your children are growing, but you didn't really want to confront it. You were sort of defensive about it. Now, you can be 18 years old. You may not have an empty nest, but it's kind of like that. It doesn't mean something terrifying was on the horizon, but if you're 18 years old, graduation's on the horizon, right? And you could see it coming, and this is a change that you're supposed to be looking forward to, while simultaneously not really being emotionally ready for. And that's what's sort of setting the stage for what you've got to confront now, because all of this is leading up to where you are now. Embrace the in-between, the part like you're trying, in other words, you're trying or you're looking for the beauty in the moment, the compromise, how to see the beauty in this current situation, in having to be a little bit unstable. There's an in-between aspect here that you're trying to say, hey, there's something good will come of this. Looking for the positivity in it. Maybe even doing that defensively to try to set yourself up for not feeling so out of control. And then we have give with gratitude and grace. You put your whole self into it. You put your whole self into compromising or giving. You put everything into this transitional period. It seemed like you were on the same page, but maybe beneath the surface, somebody was not on the same page as you. That could absolutely be. So this is all that led up to where we are now. The past only comes out, Mercury's in retrograde. The past is going to come back. All of this stuff that In other words, somewhere lying beneath the surface, you knew something was up. You were aware of it on some level. You were aware that maybe everything wasn't going as smoothly as you thought it was. But you were willing to ignore it because so much else was exactly the way you wanted it, or else it seemed, and you tried to focus on, you know, the positive, right? You tried to focus on what you wanted it to be, but ultimately, underneath the surface, you kind of felt it. And this is that darkness coming out of you. This is that sense of I've always known it, or the sense of truth of who you are coming out, or coming to the surface, or really being realized. I feel like in a lot of ways, Aquarius, you tried to jump through somebody else's hoops. You tried to do it their way, but there's a part of you that you had to suppress to do that. And now you're like, fuck it. I'm not suppressing shit about myself. I'm so fucking tired of conforming. That's not even naturally me. The only reason you would do it is because it meant a lot to somebody that you really loved. It was a huge sacrifice, but ultimately, you thought, oh, this is a good thing. I'm going to try this. But you're kind of done trying it. You're kind of finished. Like that, the shadow side of you that you've been trying to like lull into a state of contentment, it's not fucking content. You want change. You don't agree with, or really see eye to eye. You see clearly now, damn, this is Aquarian energy. Now you got wise to it. Now you got wise to it. You got wise to what somebody wants from you. You got wise to what somebody really expects from you. And now you're taking back who you are. You're asserting yourself to the point of, but I know who I am now. I know what I want now. I know what's important to me. And now I see really fucking clearly what was beneath the surface the whole fucking time. Like, what was the subtext of it all? I tried to ignore it. I tried to only look at things positively. I tried so hard to do what was right for everybody else and to keep the fucking peace. I was trying to keep the fucking peace. The wildcat's about to come out. That's kind of where we are now, is this sense of the wild fucking cat's about to come out because I've ignored too much to be content. And now with Pluto in retrograde and Mercury in retrograde and the fucking bomb that is Jupiter in Aries, I'm not holding back anymore. I can't hold back. I can't ignore what I see or what I notice, and ultimately, kaboom, there's some sort of fucking explosion that's going to come out of you because you've tolerated conformity for way too long, and you're really tired of it. Something has come out in the past. Again, this is Capricorn. This is ultimate conformity. This is being restricted. This is fear, trying to build your business, trying to do it the traditional way, having a to-do list. This is also Saturnian energy. Saturn and Cancer. This is about your parents. This is about parental whatever. This is about something with the fourth house, the 10th house, building your family out into the world, having a list, thinking that this is the way that I got to do it. I got to get things done traditionally in a traditional manner. I got to check all these boxes. Really just like staying inside the fucking lines somehow, right? And that's because you're ruled by Saturn as well. And there is a serious conflict of interest with Saturn this week as well, because it's sort of like conflict of interest between, what I think I should be and what I know I really am, right? And that's that tension now between Saturn and the Sun, and Saturn for most of this year, and the nodes. It's like, who was I, and am I allowed to let that go, and how do I let that go and let myself be really where I know I'm headed? Do I even want to head that direction? But I do. But what does it mean or make me if I head in that direction? Well, fuck what everybody else thinks. You know that this is what you're meant to be. Piscean energy, you've been dreaming about this for a while. You've been conceiving this for a while. This could be some sort of artistic creation. It's aspirational. It's your beliefs. It's what you believe. It's who you know your real spiritual truth is, and it's feeling a connection with that and feeling that love, that unconditional love of that. Vesta, this is the fire side. This is a sense of home and hearth and warmth of simple pleasures. It's like being attracted to simple things, finding the poetry in a warmth, in being loved and being connected, maybe creating a warm, safe space. That could be as well. Then we have Gaia energy. Gaia energy means that you're grounded. You understand the pragmatism of things, the certainty about things, the sense of feeling connected to Earth. Arcturian Council, I still have to look that one up. I think it just has a lot to do with understanding the vibrations of who you truly are and what you're designed to be. As well as being able to tap into an insight that is extraterrestrial. And then we have go. The green light is there. So this could be legitimately aliens landing on Earth, right? The word coming out, it being confirmed, that could be like a global holy shit. Like, I've tried to conform, I've tried to pretend this isn't happening. That's what keeps people feeling safe. But ultimately, you could be the alien. Here I am. I'm green lighting this untraditional aspect of myself. I'm green lighting, or you're getting a green light, and you have to be prepared for people to see this, for people to see this aspect of you, this dynamic of you. And ultimately, there's part of you that's clinging to that safety and security of, but everything was so peaceful. Well, things aren't going to be peaceful anymore. The shit's about to hit the fucking fan in order for your freedom. You got to pay for your freedom. That's what it is. It's almost like I got to pay for my freedom by watching everything that it's not going to explode, but it's almost like I'm defying it. I'm defying it. I'm defining these traditional roles. I know I'm being called to it. I know that it's my purpose in life. It's a go. That's all I keep hearing. It's a go. It's a go. It's going. It's going. It's a go. There is still a sense of, but I want things to stay the same. But I want things to be comfortable. You know, Aquarius is that dynamic of the ever-expanding Uranus, and yet you're a fixed sign. You're fixed in your thoughts. You're fixed in the decisions that you've made. And I think that represents the changing of the community, right? Community wants to expand and wants to explore a deeper truth of what community is. But at the same time, we cling to all these traditions because we get trapped in these thought cycles of what makes us feel comfortable, right? So it's that contradiction that's really challenging you and who you really are, and what's going to be the pressure point that just makes you pop and explode. And come that full moon on Monday, there's a lot that you've repressed that's coming out and becoming evident. And then we have spiritual strength, conflict, and defeat. So you have built up a lot of strength. You're going to build a lot of spiritual strength by what you lose. What you lose and taking those hits and taking those losses. Conflict and defeat is here, that there's a change. There is something that's going to be broken off. It's like yes, the space shuttle can go into outer space, but like two different parts of it have to drop off for it to get there. There's some parts of you that have to be the sacrificial lamb of, but I have to let these aspects of my life and who I've accepted in my life, I have to let them go. And that takes us back to the empty nest metaphor. It doesn't mean anything bad's happening to someone that you love, but you eventually have to let go of children, right? You have to let them go. You can't control them forever. They can't be yours forever. You can't be close to them forever. It's not even natural that would be the case. It's beautiful that it happens, and yet it's a painful beauty because this is never. And let yourself cry. You do, like, let yourself feel. You have to let yourself go and then be who you are, right? We have spiritual union. There's a connection here. There's a connection here. It's falling right on the green light. You're not going to be alone for long, is what this is saying. And we're going to get deeper into this on the other side, in the cards on the other side. But you're not going to be, And in fact, maybe because of who you are and because of your odd duck or who you love, you have experienced a lot of hardship in your life because they were never right people for you. If that's the case, Aquarius, they're what made you stronger. They were your conduit, or they were your lessons. and to make you spiritually stronger and help you find your spiritual strength and your spiritual self, or by being alone for so long and feeling defeated and feeling misunderstood, you developed a sense of faith and a stronger sense of yourself. There is a union coming here for you. This is where we're basically, or I'm just going to say, we're ending the reading right now. So something out of this odd way, opening yourself up and being emotionally raw, is going to help you actually connect and find unionship and find communion with somebody else. Spiritual union, it could be people with common beliefs as you. It could be people who you now know, being around people who are really like you and communicate the same way as you. It also could be a new romance. I don't know. Let's get into the details. I'll see you guys in the extended. Those links are down below.